Welcome to another Tuesday night shiur, Morever Rabotai. It has been a long time. The Chagim were not in the way, but they paused the shiur for a month and a half. And then I had a trip to London. I made a trip there for 2 weeks for a couple of reasons. Number one, I had a seminar over there. I gave a couple of shiurim there. Most people don't know about this. Number two, I also got my slicha for being a mohel over there.
Now you're going to be my boy.
And not yours, but hopefully your kids. You already had a brit, I hope. If we have to give you another brit, that's not a good sign. But everything will be understood. But so that was my trip to London. I know this is the first Tuesday back, if I'm not mistaken. And right away we made a shiur. I really want to take another whole week off, but due to some talmidim that called, and I said, okay, we have to do another shiur.
I missed you, Rabbi.
I know, I miss you too.
I met.
Starting next week, Shabbat, I will not be in Main Street anymore. I'm not a resident of Main Street.
Gardens, Rabbi.
I'm a resident of Kew Gardens.
Oh, you my
I am a resident of Kew Gardens. I had an offer of 2 different shuls to come
Rabbi Wilkins, right?
to be part of the shul to help. One is Share Tikva, and one is Rabbi Wilkins shul. Yet I'm not sure. We didn't come
Rabbi
to.
Wilkins, Rabbi.
We didn't come to a conclusion, but it's still in the middle of talks. That's all I'm gonna say.
Rabbi, if you come to me, I promise you.
Rabbi, your garden's closer to me, so I can walk. I thought you were going to say 5 times 30 minute drive.
Chas shalom. How can I leave my brothers and my sisters?
That was for you.
Now this week, it's always the nerias with these comments. You know, my father-in-law is also a neria. He also has these kind of comments. Focus. Should I stand up for you? You walked in like some, gangster just walked in. You know. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna ask you guys. I'm gonna ask you for your opinion.
You should go there? No.
We are in Parashat Vayeira right now. Unfortunately, I wasn't here for the first 3 parashiot, which is Bereshit, Noach, and Lech Lecha. Just by a raise of hands, no one's screaming. Do you want to start from this week's parasha, or do you want to go back from let's start it fresh from Bereshit.
I would say Lech Lecha.
Okay, we're not in Lech Lecha. Lech Lecha was last week.
It has to be current?
I feel like maybe we should just stick with Vayeira.
Okay, Vayeira. Okay, how about you girls? Doesn't make a difference to you as long as it's shiur. Okay, Ivanti, understood by.
Well, one person from our camp.
You said Lech Lecha. That wasn't even an option.
Okay, can you pick? I want you to pick.
I wanted to do Bereshit, but we won't do Bereshit because we have more people that want Vayeira, so we're going to do Parashat Vayeira.
Okay.
This whole Sefer Bereshit, you can stay all your life on and still not even get to understand just the little bit of it. The Ramban and the Rishonim, when they start explaining the parashiot, we know that the Torah was given to us for one purpose and one purpose only, to get the mitzvot. So why did God have to start with Bereshit and the whole story of Noah and the story of Avraham and Yitzchak? What do we learn from them? One mitzvah maybe, Brit Milah, we learned from last week's parasha. There's no other mitzvot we really learn. We don't really learn anything. So why did God give us these stories? It's not even a story, Chas shalom. The Rishonim in Dari says, if someone thinks these are just story ba'alma, these are sipurim masiyot, like skaski, they're doing a sin. It's not, because if you read Yalkut Mamlues, like some of you read, the Torah should be how big? The Torah should be humongous. It cuts out so many basi stories that are all in Midrashim. So before I start Parashat Vayeira, I'm going to tell you a little Gemara. The Beit HaMikdash was built how many times so far? Twice. First time it was built, the first time it was built, everyone was happy and excited, you know. Everyone gave donations. The second time, Am Yisrael was very poor. They didn't have enough money to donate to the Beit HaMikdash. To a point that they didn't even have doors. There were four gateways into the Beit HaMikdash, into the old city of Yerushalayim. They didn't even have doors for that. So there was one man. Now listen to this story. It's an unbelievable story. There was one man. His name was Nicanor. Until today, we still have it. Shar Nicanor, the gateway of Nicanor. This man, Nicanor, said, I'm taking the responsibility on myself to donate 2 doors. Now, each gateway had 2 doors. Now, Rabbi said the doors were very big. They weren't like these doors. They were very tall. They were, I think, over 100 feet tall.
That's serious.
That's very serious. It's big.
How you open that up, Rabbi?
Just use your imagination. They need more than one man to open the door.
You're like a Rabbeinu there.
Whatever the case is.
People were
So this man went to Mitzrayim, a city in Egypt called Alexandria, and he got 2 doors from there made out of pure copper. Now there were 3 metals that they used to use in the Beit HaMikdash: copper, silver, and gold. Those are all metals. And gold.
Sorry, Rabbi.
And gold. The cheapest one was copper. So this man went all the way to Alexandria, and he ordered custom-made doors for the gateways of the Beit HaMikdash. They finished making it. Now, you can't bring that by both animals. It'll take too long of a time. He put it on a boat. He said from Mitzrayim until Yerushalayim is not so long, maybe a couple of days, and they'll be there very fast. He put the doors in. He's going with a couple of people. Suddenly, the Gemara says that the mouth of the sea awakened. What does that mean? The mouth of the sea awakened. Suddenly, he doesn't understand. There's too many waves. Suddenly, there's a black hole in the water, and everyone was scared. This is scary, you know. We don't understand. When I was on the airplane, I never felt such a, I forgot the name, turbulence. I got scared when we just landed. When I came back from London, when we just landed, I was like suddenly all shaking, and I'm sitting between 2 women. I'm over there. Oh my God, what's going on over here? You know, and one elderly old lady and some Indian masricha on my right side. No, seriously, you should know halakha. If it's not written in Shulchan Aruch, it should be written. Before you go on an airplane, you have to take a shower.
Why?
It's Chilul Hashem. You don't know who you're going to be sitting next to. You don't know the inconvenience. You know, it's just disgusting. You sit someone next to someone and they just smell like garbage and you just want to vomit. It's just disgusting. I made it my duty before I got to the airplane to take a shower both before and after. I didn't need to do that. I just knew it's going to be a very inconvenient if a person sitting next to me and says, yo, this man smells. It's just disgusting. So imagine I was going through this turbulence and I was bugging out. Even though it was like 10 seconds, but still, those 10 just yesterday in Chicago, the airplane slid and it broke. Wow. Imagine you're on the airplane, suddenly before you know it, the airplane's broken. What are you gonna do? You imagine you're gonna be scared.
Any casualties?
No casualties, because the turbulence, they caught it. Of course you said
It's
it.
because of the snow, Rabbi, I saw.
Whatever the case was.
At least Baruch Hashem was not in the air, you know, you're still on the ground.
100% right. Shlecha. Kaf sechut, you're right. But either way, it still got scary. Now imagine being on a boat.
3 months.
And that's something you can't control. If the waves are bad, they're bad.
You have to take a shower right away before the plane, or like,
As long as you know you're not going to smell it, like within an hour, 2 or 3 hours, as long as you wash yourself well. Now, we're not talking about how to wash each other, because I hope, not each other, or at least ourselves, because I hope we know how to take showers here. This much I hope we were taught. If not, I'll have to teach you, but now it's not not to you specifically, whoever it is. Now it's if you guys need to learn how to take a shower, we'll teach you how to take a shower. With soaps to get, with bars to get, with deodorant to get. Always don't forget the women deodorant are always better than the man deodorant. That's something you should understand. Men should buy women deodorant because they put. I know. I'm sorry we're getting into this topic, but again, men are men. And it always, it's... Your mother's right, you should listen to her. You know, no matter what, it never works, the men deodorant. The spray one, you go...
Dove is the best.
You get the woman Dove one.
That plus care, it's serious.
You get not only is the woman's better, it also smells better. You come in, the people gonna think that you're not straight. That's the best thing about it, because you smell so. Yo, Shua, we know you have experience. Relax. Okay, because you made that face. Okay, back to the shiur. Back to the shiur. So this man Nicanor, they say, listen, Habibi, you gotta throw one of your doors. You gotta throw it off the boat. Now you can imagine, you spend thousands of dollars, your heart is gonna fall. Well, I have to throw my door overboard? No, you have to take your door, you gotta throw it. So you can imagine, he's having hatkafat live there, he's about to die. He said, okay, I have to live. They take his first door, and they throw it over. They can imagine, oh, my door. He's done. It's irrelevant if you're a millionaire. Millionaires are more cheaper than regular men. You should know that.
Okay, let's hear a billionaire.
It doesn't make a difference. Okay. Wow, I don't know. Is that funny? Okay. Now.
If it's a safer Torah, you have to drown it. Let me ask you a question.
We'll talk about that after. It's a good question, actually. Suddenly, it didn't stop. The turbulence on the water was still very bad. Was very, very bad. They said, listen, Nicanor, we gotta throw the second door. The Ramban says, he said to them, if you throw this door, you're gonna throw me with the door. We're gonna all die, I don't care. You're gonna tie me to this door and you're throwing me with the door. As long as I die with my money, I'm good. Don't take it and just throw it out. And then this happened and the waters calmed down.
That means
The miracle.
That's a rabbi.
Now what happened? When they went into shore, when they took out the first door, what did they see? The second door floated to shore. Can you imagine that feeling? Wow. Unbelievable.
A copper door floated?
Shh. That was the miracle.
Wow.
How such a thing can happen? It's unimaginable. It's unfathomable. Now, when they started to upgrade the Beit HaMikdash, they started to change everything. From all copper, they made silver. After a couple of years, they got more donations. Everything silver they made into gold. Except which doors didn't they change?
they got the one that floated.
The door of Nicanor. The Gemara asks a question: why didn't they change those doors? Why? Why didn't they change those doors? Why? If you ask me, it's a bizayon. You have everything gold. Suddenly you have some copper-looking color door. The Gemara comes with an unbelievable pshat. The Misirut Nefesh, he gave up so much for those doors. He said, how? How are we going to get rid of I gave everything from my own pocket to donate to the Beit HaMikdash. Those doors, I'm doing Misirut Nefesh. I'm giving my life for these doors just for the Beit HaMikdash to look beautiful. How can I do such a thing? Those doors will stay forever. Anything that you do with Misirut Nefesh, you're willing to give your life for. Your life, if you're willing to give your life for something, know that it will last forever. Because it's not just the mitzvah already. It's already your emotion. You're putting your soul and heart into it. Once you put your soul and heart into anything, it will last.
Can you lower it?
That's why most things that come usually easy to you, know that very fast it's going to leave you. Something that you have to toil and work hard for, you got to really work for, know that usually stays very long for you. Now, how is this relevant to this week's parasha? Avraham Avinu, question. Out of all 613 mitzvot, why did he care so much for Hachnasat Orchim guest? Why? Do something else. There's so many other mitzvot. Why specifically? Why didn't he go to the people and say, let's do prayer, tefillah? Or I don't know, something more, something else. Why specifically he cared so much for Hachnasat Orchim? I heard another beautiful pshat. I said I'm going to have to share it. Shh. Shh. Just close the cap. Thank you. Let me ask you guys a question. I like to interact with my audience. I think it's a very healthy thing. I'm going to ask you guys this question. What do you think? Why specifically Avraham Avinu cared so much for Achnasat Orchim? There were so many other mitzvot. So many things he could have done. Bikur Cholim, visiting the sick. Why specifically he cared to invite guests? Not just invite. He used to make the guests come, even not willingly, to his house. Does anyone have a sort of idea? Maybe they know why he cared so much for this?
Because of the idea you were bringing up about how it's hard, so it brings more reward and it lasts longer.
Yeah, you can say that about any mitzvah. I think Bikur Cholim is much more harder. To visit the sick person. I think that's harder than to do Hachnasat Orchim.
I don't know. The Baba Jervis says how when you bring somebody else closer, you bring yourself even closer.
Okay, these are all nice pshatlach. It's very nice. But you can say that about any mitzvah. What you're saying now, you can say about any mitzvah.
What's hard about visiting sick?
To go out of your way to visit someone, it's pretty hard. To find the sick person, then to hear the sick person speaking. You ever go to a nursing home? You ever went? Yeah. Was it pleasant?
No.
Not at all, right? I'd rather have people eat in my house than go to a nursing home to visit them. No? So why did Avraham Avinu care so much about... Okay, the men don't know. I don't blame you. How about the women? Do you guys know? Guys think maybe because of this or that?
They feel good.
I went to the nursing home.
Yeah. Was it good?
Yeah.
It was good, but it was also kind of sad.
I saw a World War II survivor.
Yeah, that's pretty sad if you ask me. How a World War II survivor that passed the Holocaust, all of his grandkids just basically dumped on him in a nursing home and lived their life. For me, that was pretty sad. You know what I mean? You pass through hell, you have grandkids, great-grandkids, and she's over there watching TV and says, no, I don't want no visitors. Seriously, she kicked me out the first time I walked in.
Really?
I was in high school. I used to go to Hunter College. There's a Rabbi Jacobson in that Hunter College. We used to go with the shul. We used to take a whole bunch of young people. It was like an activity. We used to go to nursing home in the city. It was a very fun activity. For me, it was cool. It was nice. Then after we used to go to hookah bar and whatever. But that wasn't the point. The point was that we went to the Bikur Cholim. Whatever the case was, right? But it felt very depressing after. Like, oh crap, you know? One day we're going to be old too. Our kids are going to throw us in the nursing home? Some of you, I don't blame your kids, but some of you, I'm just joking. I'm joking, guys. You know what I mean? I wasn't talking about you. I already saw your eyes come out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's upsetting, it's hurting, it's not,
It's not pleasant.
Exactly. So why specifically he picked? You already had two turns. You're more than you. First you said Lubavitch, you said this. Listen, enough. Let's ask. Do you guys have an idea? Why specifically Hachnasat Orchim? Okay.
Can I get one?
So this is what I heard.
The guest feels like a king.
Okay, go.
The guest unique. Avraham Avinu doesn't. He's not a.
He made them feel like a king.
Yeah, he gives them a cow to go. He gives them all these things. You know?
So what mitzvah is to make the guest like a king?
You're right.
There's no mitzvah like that.
100%.
If I had to make every guest feel like a king, I'm in big trouble then.
You're right. I don't know.
Especially him. One time I had a guest of a guest in my house.
What? He was my guest.
I tell you, I invited someone and he invited his friend to come with him. knowing that he would invite him. I knew this was happening. I knew the pshat before. Just I had to tease him throughout the whole meal how a guest of a guest can come without asking the host. Just to tease him a little bit. I'm a very mean host sometimes.
What? Rabbi.
Okay, shh.
The guy told me it was a good experience.
Yeah, he told you it was a good experience. I'm happy that you thought that way. He was that guest of the guest, just to let you know. He's in the room, so that's why I don't feel bad saying it. So what, you had an idea?
When people eat together, they get closer to one another.
100% true. That's why we're not allowed to eat with goyim. 100% true.
So
Yeah.
you try to bring people closer to Hashem, and one of the best ways to do it is through a meal.
I like the pshat, but it's not the pshat I want to say, but it's a nice pshat. So this is what I heard. Avraham Avinu's mission in this world was to bring the understanding of there is a faith in one God. Now you have to understand something. Before Avraham Avinu, no one publicized the fact that there is one God in this world. Everyone thought there was 2 gods, 3 gods, 10 gods. They thought that God had a form, a figure, he had a body, he had an image. The Torah holds God has no image, has no body, is not time bound. God is God. What that is, we will never understand.
How did Abraham know that?
That's another topic, but wait. That's why I said we should go back to Lech Lecha and Noach, but wait. So why was he so into Hachnasat Orchim? When the guests used to come, he used to show them that everything that I have comes from who? You and I think what? We have to work 24/7 in order to make a living, right? Avraham Avinu said, on the contrary, we don't have to work at all. We just need to believe that everything comes from where? From Hashem. Now, I'm not telling you not to work. I know for a fact tomorrow I'm getting a phone call from someone. You told my son or my daughter not to go to work. I never said that. Please go to work. Go to college. Be successful. But no. That success is not your success. That success God gave to you as a matana, as a gift. Because there can be the same 2 people doing the same exact thing, and one person is very successful, and another person is very unsuccessful. But they're both doing the same thing. Why? That's your test, and that's your test. You both have the same test. It's harder to be rich than to be poor. The responsibility to have a responsibility, which is to have money, is much harder than not to have it. Because the only reason why you have it is to give it. Did you understand?
Yes.
You have what you have is not for yourself. Imagine Rabbi Ovadia Yosef, such a wise person. He kept all his Torah to himself and he died like that. That would be a shame of a wisdom, shame of a beautiful mind. What did he do? He went out to the people. He wrote books. He shared his knowledge and his wisdom. That's what Avraham Avinu did. The Misirut Nefesh, he gave up everything. For what? To teach the people one simple thing, which is not very simple, it's actually very difficult. That everything in the world comes from who? HaKadosh Baruch Hu, comes from Hashem. Everything we have comes from Hashem. I cannot enough say this. It's very important. This Shabbat, I had a very, very uplifting prayer. Very uplifting. I was thinking when I was praying, we say this every single day. We don't even focus. We don't even realize it. 2 days ago, I had a kid in my class. I don't know if he was on, I don't know what kind of drug he was on. Seriously. It's not funny. No, you were there that day. You were not there 2 days ago. You had a dentist appointment.
That was
Yesterday. I don't know what he was on, but he said something so beautiful. He said something, it crushed me how we don't see. We need an idiot for us to acknowledge it. We need someone to be in a state of mind of being stupid in order for us to acknowledge it. And it's true. 3 people have prophecy, the Gemara says. A shoteh, which is an idiot, a katan, which is a young person, and a woman. Those 3 people have not like prophecy, but they can
Foretell.
Yeah, they have a sense of foretelling since the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed. It's a Gemara. This man, this kid, when he took whatever he took, I don't know what it was. He said something that crushed me. What did he say? We read every single day, Elokai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. God, the soul you gave me is pure. I don't even know what he said. But I know, now I don't know what he said, but at the moment that he said it like everyone was laughing because everyone thought he was crazy. But for a second I said, be quiet, I just want to hear more. What is he going to say? You know what he said? He said, we don't appreciate that our soul comes from such a pure place. We're such pure people. Every day, this answers your question you asked me today in history class. Focus. Every day, Hashem gives us a new neshama. Every day. What you did yesterday doesn't matter anymore. Hashem gave you a new soul and He said, I'm giving you something new. Work on this new piece of paper. Make it the best piece of art that you can do. This Shabbat I was praying, what do we say every single day, 3 times a day for a man? We say Amidah. Hashem Svatay Tiftach Ufi Yagi Tilatecha. Then we say as follows: Baruch Ata Hashem, Elokeinu v'Elokei Avoteinu, Elokei Avraham, Elokei Yitzchak v'Elokei Yaakov. Stop. Let's think for a second. Why do we mention Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov? I was in the middle of praying Shmoneh Esrei and I said, I thought of this question over 1,000,000 times, but in the middle of Tefillah I said, stop. I want to think about it for a second. What was so special about these 3 men, which are all of our grandfathers? We are all related through them. It doesn't make a difference if you're from any part of the world. If you're Jewish, you know one thing. You have the same blood as those 3 men. What's so special about these 3 people? And I was thinking, and literally for 5 minutes, I was thinking of the whole story of Avraham Avinu. He wants to stand up to a king of Nimrod to say, listen, Nimrod, you're wrong. Your God is not the real God. The real God is Hashem. He was a young kid. Would any of us stand up to Nimrod like that? You would all pee in your pants.
That was his...
Kakoy, that was not nothing. That's nothing. That doesn't justify. To stand up, you get called out from your principal, you're already shaking or you're already scared, your teacher or somebody. Imagine. A king, Nimrod, he's going, a little kid say, yo, my G, your God is not the real God. Who the hell are you? Not only that, he said, you know what, throw me into the fire, I don't care. The Midrash says the fire was so hot, they had to take a catapult to throw him in. You couldn't even get next to the fire. What happened after? Lech lecha. Just on the words Lech lecha, I can give you a speech in 2 hours. He had to leave his father's house. He had to leave everything he knew and he had to go. Imagine, that's our grandfather. He had something called Mesirut Nefesh. He was willing to give up everything he had. For what? For HaKadosh Baruch Hu. For the truth. For the truth. If we don't live for the truth, what are we living for? My father, before he became religious, my father grew up in a very secular house. Very secular. Sometimes when I go to my family's parties, I freak out. This is my family? I can go back 2 generations. We had the same great-grandfather. Like, that's what came out of you? Like, I freak out. Like, seriously, one time I went, I was crying. I was with my older sister. She's older than me in 10 years. We were both crying, and I was like, I was dumbfounded. Why? How? Person knows the truth. You know the truth, right? You know there is God. We all know this here. We can't fake it each other. We know it. Yeah, it's difficult. You know it's true. Who are you fooling? Who are you fooling? Yourself. How stupid can you be? Someone's bleeding to death. You're bleeding, Habibi. I'm not bleeding. What are you, an idiot? Are you blind? You're bleeding. You're going to bleed out. You're going to die. I'm not bleeding. 5 seconds later, he's dead. We do that to ourselves. Me and myself included. We have to take what we know. We have to take that Misirut Nefesh and we have to say, if the Torah is true, we have to go full force in it. Now, I'm not telling you now to be a fanatic. The Torah does not say to become crazy, to become retarded. The Torah just says to be the best you can be. If it's in kashrut, if it's in sniut, be the best you can be. When you are the best that you can be, everyone around you automatically changes. Not because they want, because it's like a certain drawing you give to them. You draw something towards them. They don't understand what it is. That's what Avraham Avinu did. That was the power of having guests. And when did he do this? The Torah talks about it in the most difficult time, on his 3rd day of his Brit Milah. A 99-year-old man did a Brit Milah. When I was in London, I did it for a 17-year-old kid. He was shaking. You should have seen how he was shaking. He was so scared he had to use the bathroom 18 times before we did the circumcision on him. And that was with a numb shot. We numbed him. He was shaking, he was shivering, big black guy. It wasn't a joke. He was sweating so much, he was so scared.
Wouldn't be scared.
He was so scared. I'm thinking, Belin, Avraham Avinu, 99. 99, old man.
No sterilizing.
He did it to himself without sterilizing it. Nothing. No numb shot. Davai. Hashem said to do it. Nothing. He showed this guy didn't feel anything after we numbed him. It was a miracle. He's like, you done? After like 15 minutes? We're like, yeah, we're done. Yeah, I don't feel anything. The doctor that I'm helping me, he's like, don't worry, in 2 hours you'll feel it. He's like, give it 2 hours, but I'll be long gone from here, so I don't have to hear anything. But in 2 hours you'll feel it. Oh, well, echt, he felt it, Habibi.
How does he use the bathroom after?
Okay, whatever, he uses the bathroom.
It's not on the thing.
Whatever the case is.
Burns, though.
He doesn't have Pampers, he's not peeing on it.
Right.
Whatever the case is, we're not going to get into the biology of this right now.
I don't want
I know you're interested. I know.
I was.
How I said before.
I was called like Rabbi? No, because I had a point where I thought my bris was done wrong, and I went and got it checked, and I was always curious.
We also did some of those, but okay, we're not going to talk about it.
I called Rabbi. I'm going to breathe after breathe.
I did over 60 britot.
It's crazy.
Over 60 of them.
And the Jews are in this town.
Shh. Just you can just imagine with the Misirut Nefesh that Avraham Avinu had. You know why he had Yitzhak Avinu at the end? Because he had the Misirut Nefesh. Hashem said, you want a son? When I was staying in London, I stayed by a person's house. It's a very big, I don't even know how I got there. I left it to Hashem. The week before I left, I didn't know where I was staying. Nothing. I said, listen, I don't know London. I'm just going to go there. I'm going to go to a shul. I'm going to sleep on the shul. If someone's going to ask me where I am, I'm going to say I'm nowhere. That was my plan. Now, before I left, 3 days before I left, I remember Rabbi Kleiman telling me that his wife has family in London. So I said to myself, it's not going to hurt me to call his wife to find out where, you never know. Maybe, oops, I just stopped by, one of those. I have no problem. So I told my wife, call Rabbi Kleiman and find out. She called Rabbi Kleiman's wife. I don't know. I'll tell you why I'm telling you the story. She gave me her nephew's number. I called her nephew. Just 2 days before. And this is already 2 days before I had to go to London. I said, so and so, I'm coming to London. I need a place to stay for 2 weeks. Now, Rabbi Isai, having a guest in your house for 1-2 days, okay, I understand that. 2 weeks, that's a half a month. That's a long time. Now, I'll tell you the truth. I don't know, I can't speak for you, I can speak for myself. If I had a guest in my house for two weeks, I would bug out. it's just that feeling like, what is this guy doing here for 2 weeks?
That's a random person.
Yeah, and I don't know this guy. I don't know him. Listen to what happened. I bugged out. It's mamash. Jewish people we're just different. We're crazy. He said, I'm going to try to find you a place. He called everyone. The whole London already knew. All the Jewish people knew. How do I know? I'll tell you later how I found out. Suddenly, before I was getting on the airplane, I called him. I said, listen, Mr. Wiseman, did you find me, Rabbi Wiseman, did you find me a place to stay? He said, I didn't find you, but I'm taking a chance. I said, what's the chance? He said, I have a small basement, but it's taken for these 2 weeks. I'm going to let you stay in my personal house. Where I sleep, you're also going to sleep. I'm going to give you a room there. Now, you can imagine. It's very... It's like, it's going out of your way. And plus, I'm now like embarrassed. Like, I thought I was going to get my own room, my own doorway, go in. I said, I'm willing to pay you. Just imagine now I have to be inside someone's house, personal life. It's a new dover. It's not, you don't feel comfortable. I said, you know what, Habibi, I'm never going to see this guy in my life. I need to sleep. I don't care. I said to myself, my wife said, listen, just go do what you got to do. Okay. I land in London. My phone's not working. I'm bugging out over there. I don't know how to dial. When you're out of London, you dial a different way. Now when you're in London, you have to dial a different way. I don't know how to dial. I'm talking to all the stewards that are like, dial like this. Like, I can't get it. I was like, Hashem, I beg you, let this guy call me because I don't know. You sure this guy has a flip phone. So you can imagine, he has no WhatsApp. I can't call him on WhatsApp. I can't... And suddenly, after 5 minutes, I get out of the thing. I'm waiting there. I don't know what to do, what cab to take, if there's an Uber. And he calls me. He said, where are you? You know how they, not in Persian, but in Hasidic accent. I said, oh, God bless you. He gives me his address. Basically, long story short, by the time I found a taxi and an Uber, I was standing in the wrong place. I got to the house. Now, from the airport to the house is an hour drive. Now, I didn't sleep the whole way. Why? Because I was a bit nervous, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm dead tired. I end up on his block. Now, in London, the addresses are not like here. It's different. So over there, I'm like, which one is his house? So I have to find his house now. I remember he told me his house number is 90. Okay, I find 90. I knock on the door. Now, I felt so uncomfortable, you guys have no idea. His wife opens the door, shows me my room, beautiful room, separate bathroom. It's a good thing. Suddenly, she prepares me something to eat. I felt like I was in a 5-star hotel. I said, what's going on over here? Okay, that happened. I had a long day. Imagine, the day I landed, the day I started to already do britot. I came back home extremely late, like 11 o'clock. She opens the door. Are you hungry? I prepared supper for you. Now, in London, it's different. It's not like a 1-course meal. They have a 4-course meal, Habibi. Now, I'm down to eat 4 courses, don't get me wrong. Just, it's embarrassing to say, what's next, And I didn't know, they had 7 different forks and knives and spoons. I'm wondering, what do I eat what with, So they take out first a fruit salad, then a soup, then a main course, then a dessert, then all drinks, and I'm lucky. And after now, this has been going on every single day. Not only that, she used to prepare me snacks. She used to prepare me lunch. She used to prepare. I turned to her. I said, "Listen, you're spoiling. My wife doesn't even do his 4-course meals, sandwiches. What's going on over here?" I'll tell you why I'm telling you this. I felt, at a certain point, you feel like a nachal, you feel like you're disgusting. So what I do, I used to call in and say, I'm not hungry, I already ate. I used to say, I already ate, don't cook me anything. It's okay, don't cook me, I felt bad already, I make an elderly lady do so much food for me. I felt so embarrassed. You guys don't know the feeling. You guys think it's cool. It's such an embarrassing feeling. You just want to rip your clothes and say, enough, don't give me anything. Came Shabbat, my plan was from London to Israel is a 3-hour flight. I wanted to do like this. Friday morning, take a flight to Israel, spend Shabbat in Yerushalayim, and fly back to London Motzei Shabbat. That's what I wanted to do. But the Baal Achsania, the house that I was staying by, he said, promise me you're going to stay here for Shabbos. Now, as is, I feel very uncomfortable. Now I have to be with his whole family on Shabbat. We know Hasidic people with at least 10 kids and up, you know? So I felt so like uncomfortable. Oh my God, I have to explain my story to... I felt like I was back in Laman Chai, you know? You know when you go to these... I'm telling you, when you go to these Rabbi Climate Shabbatons and these Hasidic people look at you like you're some alien and you gotta explain to them, yeah, I'm Bukharin, we come from Uzbekistan. You guys ever experienced that? My parents are immigrants and they're not religious and I felt like, oh my God, I'm back in high school and I wanted to kill myself. I was so pissed. You have no idea because I have to explain in front of everybody. And a hole in below, what do I find out? This man only has one kid.
So you're like,
He has only one kid. She's a girl. And he can't have any more kids. This kid, he always told me, is a miracle child. I'm telling you why I'm getting to the point of the story. Everything was funny until now. See? Silence. We get to the dramatic point, everyone suddenly starts to shake. Now I sit on the table, and not only did he invite me, he invited another 2-3 people from Israel who also don't have a place to eat. Now Baruch Hashem, his wife knows how to cook. There's some houses you go Shabbaton, you just want to hang yourself. Like, what is this, you know? Like, I know enough Yiddish to say, oh, Gavaldik, bro, where the food at? You know what I mean? But, you know, she cooks pretty good. You should see her husband. You know, the guy eats. The guy really eats. And I felt good, you know, good food, you know. Trust me, it plays a difference. When you're in a place that you don't know where you are, food is like very, very important. They saved me thousands of dollars on food. You should know that. So I'm eating, we're singing, you know, it's a nice Shabbos table. They were asking questions about me because they don't know what Bukharians are. For them, we're like aliens. And for us, we look at them aliens with furry hats and long stockings and long black coat. So we're talking and suddenly he realizes I know a bit too much about Hasidic people. So suddenly we start talking until we got to the pshat of what? What did we get? No. This is what I wanted to talk about today. But we got into a little bit about this week's parasha. I'm going to go back to last week's parasha. Last week, what does it say in the beginning of the parasha? Vayomer Adonai el Avram, Lech lecha me'artzecha u'mi moladetecha u'mi beit avicha el ha'aretz asher areka. Avraham Avinu was 68 years old when the first time he heard Hashem. Until 68, it was still 50-50. Until 78, it was still 50-50.
his belief?
No, his belief. I would say it was for him 100, but it was still not proven 100%. 78 years old was the first time he got a sort of a prophecy. 78, Habibi. Imagine for 78 years living and still not knowing for sure.
He didn't have any miracles?
78, he had one miracle, but that doesn't mean anything. You don't hear God, it's a different story.
Did Sarah have it before him?
There's a pshat like that, or not even do that. Lech lecha me'artzecha. Leave your house, leave your father's house, and go. Okay. Rashi and Rambam both say that this was a test of Abraham. One says it's not the first test, one says it's the first test, it's irrelevant. Everyone agrees to leave your father's house and the house that you're living right now was a test for Avraham Avinu. Was a test for Avraham Avinu. Let me ask you guys a question. What does Hashem say right after? Va'aseh lecha legoy gadol va'avarechecha va'gadalcha shimcha v'yeh baruch. If you leave, I'm going to bless you. What kind of test is that? Not only that, He blesses him that whoever blesses you will be blessed, whoever curses you will be cursed. And I will make you a great nation. Shh. Wouldn't you go? That's your question.
God asked me.
If God told you, would that even be a test for you? Habibi, you have nothing in Haran. You have nothing to do in your father's house. God's telling you, leave your house and I'm going to make you into a big nation. I'm going to make you into a big nation. What does that mean? You're going to have a family. You're going to have offspring. Until the age of 78, he didn't have kids. So the guy turned to me. He turned to me, the host, and he said, what kind of test is this? If Hashem he tells me, if Hashem tells me right now to move to Japan, I would move to Japan. If he would promise to me I'm going to have a baby boy, I would move to Japan. Now imagine hearing this from a guy that's at least in his 40s telling you that he only has one girl and he wants a boy. And he's telling you, if God would tell me to go move to wherever he tells me, even by foot I would go and I will have another baby, I would do it. What kind of test did Avraham Avinu have? What kind of test was this? This is not a test. This is easy peasy.
It's a blessing.
No? The guy says, listen, Naria, move to, Ireland. Build a castle. And I promise to you, break it down, and under it you'll find all the treasures in the world. Would you do it? My G, you would go only with your underwear and you would go do it. Not to have too much extra load on you.
And a shovel.
Exactly. That's what you would do. What kind of test is that? It's not a test. He told me something unbelievable, and with this I'm going to finish the shiur. Unbelievable shot. When I heard this, I was like, wow. There is many ways of doing mitzvot. Many ways of serving God. But one of the ways was not commanded to us, but yet is the highest way. That is serving Hashem with happiness. Avraham Avinu was commanded not just to leave his father's house. You have to leave with a happiness. You have to be happy right now that you're leaving everything. That was the test of Avraham Avinu at that second. To do mitzvot is easy. To put on tefillin is no problem. To pray to Hashem is no problem. To put beats hanoah is really, it's not a big deal. But to do it with a happiness, that's too much already. That's already a different level. That was the test of Avraham Avinu. How many of us can say, every single day we do at least one mitzvah with happiness? How many of us? Maybe only one. He raised his hand. Maybe two. With happiness every day to do a mitzvah, one mitzvah with a certain kind of adrenaline. How many of us can say that? How many times our parents ask us to do something? Oh, yeah, what do you want? I'm doing my homework. I'm studying for my test. How many times we have to put on tefillin? Oh my God, it's cold, Rabbi. My tefillin are cold now. I have to warm myself up. For 30 minutes they're doing like this. For 30 minutes they're holding the back of their tefillin. And then they're doing like this. By the time they put it on, it's time to go home. They're like, yo, did you put on tefillin? No, I didn't do it. Why? It was brick, Rabbi. It was brick. What do you mean it's brick? If you throw a brick on your head, then it's going to be brick. Where's that hitlavut? Wow, how is that? At least 80% of people that they put on tefillin for the first time, how happy they are. The bar mitzvah, yo, I'm putting on my tefillin today. Cool. The second day, what happens? Yeah, too much work, Rabbi. Too much work, Rabbi. Yo, what do you mean too much work? I'm going to beat you up with your tefillin right now. What do you mean? Yo, someone said today, I got my talis. I never wore it after that day. I didn't even wear it the first day, right? It's still in my bag nicely. He's so proud. I never wore my talis. Yo, you douche. I'm going to smack you right in your face. What do you mean you didn't wear your talis? My talis, someone asked me how old was my talis. I couldn't pray yet because it's a little dirty. It's from my wedding. That's my wedding talis. I sweated on that. I cried for that wedding day. Don't tell me to wipe off those tears from that talis. Don't tell me to dry clean my talis. Dry clean your face, dude. Don't tell me to dry. You know how much I cried for that wedding to happen? I'm going to wear that talis until the day I die. Bli neder, if it doesn't rip. If it doesn't rip and I have to get a new one, I shouldn't die early. You know what I mean? I sweated for that. People tell me all the time. I want to change my talis to a full white on white. Because my talis is a Chabad talis, and I'm not Chabad. But everyone looks at me, they think I'm Chabad.
You're not black on white?
So, the way I have it. But I don't want to change it. Why? Because this was my wedding talis. I got married with this talit. That was the talis that they put up in the sky. When I said to my wife, Hare ad mikudesh li betabadzu al kadat Moshe v'Yisrael. I said those words under that talit. Yeah, I went to shul, it got dirty, I ate food with it and everything, because I love it, how could I not? But how many of us can say, every day we do one mitzvah with that kind of love? With that kind of excitement, we want to do the mitzvah! How many of us get ready to put on the tefillin and they're like in Trala land? None. Straight up, I'm saying being honest, me myself included. It's something that we all have to work on. We all need this. How many of us girls say, I'm going to be happy today, I'm going to be tsanua. Negative. How is it that it's 20 degrees and girls still walking half naked? I don't understand this nonsense. And they're like shivering, they have goosebumps everywhere. You can see it. They're like, why don't you just, don't be tsanua. Wear leggings. Wear, something. No, I don't want to.
Wow, they think it's hot to be cold.
I like that one. You're saying all the right things today. I don't know if that's so good or not. You know what I mean? Would a guy kill himself like that over you? No, he will not. You will not see a guy go half naked for you. He will not. He will actually come with those big furry jackets and say he's a pimp. Why? Because he's all warm. He feels good. And you're shivering over there. Like that. Warm me up. She's like, no, get your own coat. Why? Because he thinks he's a pimp. He can boss you around. Smack that guy across his face and say you don't worth none. And walk out. Don't kill yourself for nobody. No one's going to kill themselves for you. Nobody. That's a fact. You got to do stuff with an understanding of it. And that's what Avraham Avinu did. I'm going to finish with this. This week, we learned something very interesting. We didn't even touch this week. I just said the first, not even the first pasuk. I didn't say anything about this week. Avraham Avinu was blessed with a child. Was blessed with a child. Have a good night. Was blessed with a child. The Malachim came to him and said, Avraham Avinu, you can have a baby boy. You guys don't understand yet. When your wife, not your girlfriend, not your side chick, none of that. When your wife, one day, it's good to see you. When your wife one day is going to say, listen, I'm pregnant. And it's going to be after those 3 months, you're going to go to the doctor, to the sonogram, and you're going to check if it's a boy and girl. And you're going to find out, I don't know, it depends what you want, but if you're going to find out it's a boy, you don't know that feeling you're going to get. I can imagine his face. Yo, we have mujik, he's going to say right away. I already know what he's going to say. Don't worry, it's going to all be... No. What's up, man? You know what kind of feeling that's going to be? Avraham Avinu is 99. Third day of his breath. He's in pain. And the angels come and say, you're going to have a baby boy. I don't think there was any angel that needed to cure him after that. Yo, he was chilling after that. He was like, yo, Sarah, we're having a baby boy. And his name is going to be Yitzchak. What kind of feeling that is? What kind of excitement that's it? All the adrenaline. Yo, we have to get this and that. This color blue, no pink. Get all the pink out of the house. My kid shouldn't think he's crazy. He's not going to be gay. He's going to be straight. We're going to get a nice pacifier, new bed, new dish. You're going to spend everything. And then what's going to happen? The baby's going to come out. Before you know it, you're going to be slave to him. He's going to cry 2 o'clock in the morning. Your wife is gonna kick you. Get up. I fed him until now. Now it's your turn. I don't have any siski to feed him. That's what you're gonna say. She's gonna say, I don't give a damn. Get your ass up and put him to bed. What are you gonna do then? It's all good when the baby's inside. He's quiet. He's nice. He's all in container, nice. Sladky. Oh, to my sladky. You didn't see him yet. Until he comes out, looks like your mother-in-law. He's all sladky. He's all good. You know, he's all good. He's beautiful. You're gonna look like your dad. He suddenly comes out, looks just like your mother-in-law. Like that reminds you. You see the baby, you see your mother-in-law. Oh my God, yo, that's not my kid. Yo, what's going on over here? No, I'm just playing. I'm joking, guys. But it happens. You understand? Who's the Chazal? Yeah, you know, it's good to have a kid, to find out you're having a kid. Why? He's quiet. No, he kicks you. Oh, he's kicking. I'm so excited. Wait till he's gonna be big and he's gonna kick you. It's gonna be fun then. No, it's good in the beginning. Kutsi, nice. You still don't hear him. He's still over there. Suddenly comes out. That's it. No. Avram Avinu, Yitzhak Avinu became great because he can say, I looked up to my father and to my mother, and they were my role models. I don't know anyone's family history. You know what? I don't care. The family history starts from every single one of you. You have to live a life knowing, am I the role model that I want to be for my kids? Am my kids going to wake up in the morning and say, I want to be like Abba, I want to be like Ima? Or they're going to say, no, I don't want to be like Abba and Ima. They fight all day. Yeah. They're going to say, you know, look how chacham my Abba is. Look how chacham my Ima is. I want to be like them. Or they're not going to say that. That's the test. If you don't have that Mesirut Nefesh, every single one of you, yes, it's harder to be a woman than to be a man. If you don't have that Mesirut Nefesh, your kids are not going to say that. You have to be willing to sacrifice yourself, every single bit of it. Because you want to know something? Your parents did it to you. If not both of them, one of them for sure. They took you to the doctor, they changed you, they fed you, they were there with you. We always want our kids to be better. And the only way we can do that is by showing Mesirut Nefesh. Have a good night, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yes, question. Question. I like questions. Is my favorite part. If you guys want to leave, the door is there and the window is there. But question. Go. Take a peek.
So,
sit down. No, the girls also want to hear. The girls are maybe
are born more perfect than men. Why do women have to be like each other?
because they're here for you, Stinky. Because without them, you can't have kids. Without them, you can't do half of the mitzvot. That's why.